Are you tired of feeling exhausted in the middle of the day? Are you sick of not being able to fit into those jeans that you wore just last year? Well, if the answer to these questions are yes, then you may be like the 6 out of 10 Americans who are considered to be living an unhealthy lifestyle. Hi, my name is James Bauer and I'm a senior at Liberty University studying business administration with a cognate of marketing. I want to begin this speech today with a brief testimonial about the lifestyle that I used to live before I decided to finally make a change. Throughout my whole life, I struggled with being obese. I had tried every fad diet known to man and nothing ever seemed to work. About 2 years ago, I finally decided to try something a little different than just going on a diet. I decided to do exercise and eat more healthy and natural foods. This has been the saving grace of my life. As of today, I have lost 65 pounds since I started this journey, and I've been able to keep it off for over 6 months. The reason that this is such an important topic to discuss is because the United States is the most obese country in the world, with 34% of the adult population classified as obese. We, as the American population, need to be a shining light to the world that we used to be and stop living these unhealthy lifestyles. When this speech is over today, I want you to leave this room and go out into the world with knowledge of the problem of the unhealthy lifestyle the people in America are living, and help to teach them that there is a better way to live their life than being unhealthy. To begin this speech, I will first explain to you that there is indeed a problem in America regarding the unhealthy lifestyle choices that are being tolerated. Then I will propose that exercise and eating more natural and healthy foods is the only solution to the problem of Americans living such an unhealthy lifestyle. Finally, I will explain to you the ramifications of making a change from living an unhealthy lifestyle to living a life full of joy and health. The problem that we are going to solve today is the problems of Americans living unhealthy lifestyles. In today's society, being grossly overweight and living an unhealthy lifestyle has become status quo. It's almost acceptable, with most people being generally apathetic about it. But if we do not change the unhealthy mindset of the American population, the consequences will cause the unhealthy to pay dearly for it. The problem first begins with the American population deciding that living an unhealthy lifestyle is acceptable. This could not be further from the truth. The majority of people, when they think of living an unhealthy lifestyle, do not believe they are doing so. This has to do with the mindset of the American population not understanding the ramifications of eating unhealthy and not exercising. Also, the majority of Americans think that this is somehow the new normal, and that not exercising and eating fast food is the only way to survive. The second part to the problem of Americans living an unhealthy lifestyle comes down to the fact that people essentially feel like they do not have time to deal with exercising, and they feel like they do not have time to eat healthy. Less than 15% of U.S. adults exercise 60 minutes or more 3 times a week. This idea of having no time to make healthy lifestyle choices is causing Americans to become lazy and even more dissatisfied. The significance of adults making unhealthy lifestyle choices has a lasting effect on other members of their family, especially the children. For example, about 33% of the children in the United States are considered overweight or obese. This staggering number cannot be fully attributed to the children making unhealthy decisions. It comes from the parents of these children allowing them to eat wrong foods and also teaching them that living an unhealthy lifestyle is acceptable. Another example of parents teaching children that an unhealthy lifestyle is okay comes from the statistic that less than 10% of kids age 8 to 18 exercise for 60 minutes or more 3 times a week. In all fairness to the parents, this does not completely come down to their fault. However, it does come down to the American culture saying it's okay for kids to lay on the couch watching TV and playing video games instead of being outside enjoying their childhood. The solution to the problem of Americans living an unhealthy lifestyle is simple. Exercising and eating natural and healthy foods is the key to changing the unhealthy lifestyle of the American population. The plan of action is to solve this problem in America is to change the mindset of the American people to understand that doing exercise and eating healthy is the best way to live a full and rewarding life. The only place that this plan of action can begin is in the homes of America. The first step to doing this is to make decisions in your home to do away with all junk food and soft drinks that can cause your family to stumble away from living a healthy lifestyle. The second step is to assess your family's activity level and begin to do more things that involve getting off of the couch and doing fun activities that not only you enjoy, but also what your family enjoys. The third step is to keep a food diary of what each person eats and assess how each person feels that day after eating certain foods. After all, each person's body reacts differently to different types of nutrition. The fourth and most important step is to not give up. Whether your family is considered overweight or just unhealthy, never give up on eating healthy foods and exercising. I know from my own personal battle with living an unhealthy lifestyle that once you go off of living healthy, it is almost impossible to get back on. To completely solve this problem, the American population has to realize that doing exercise and eating healthy is the key to living a full and rewarding life. Exercise is not as difficult as one might believe it to be, and the best part is that it can even be fun. To exercise, someone doesn't have to lift weights for 2 hours in a gym filled with people that they know that they will never look like. All someone has to do is find forms of exercise that gets their heart rate up and makes them want to continue to exercise on a daily basis. Also, exercise is a low investment with a high reward. The key to success for me was finding a workout that I enjoyed doing and would make me not dread getting up early to work out. Just imagine if you spent 1 hour a day doing something that gives you enjoyment and also gives you that rewarding six-pack that you always dreamed of. The second aspect to this solution is to eat healthy foods that nourish the body instead of eating foods that cause your body pain. When the majority of you think of healthy foods, the first thing that pops into your mind is flavorless, colorless, and all-around gross foods that you know will not make you full and cause you to be hungry in the next hour. However, with the health of the American population being brought to the forefront, it is now easier than ever to find foods that are satisfying and healthy. The key step to fully understanding the solution of exercise and healthy eating to the problem of the American population living unhealthy lifestyles is to explain what happens if we change to this healthy lifestyle in comparison to what happens if we don't. If the American population changes to the solution I have proposed, there are two effects to this change. The first effect is that the American population will be one filled with happy, healthy, and confident members of society that produce a larger benefit to society as a whole. The second effect is that the American people that have decided to make this change will be an example to other nations and cause the world to be healthier. Now it is time to discuss the two effects of what happens if the American population does not change to the solution that I have proposed. The first effect is that the next generation of Americans will not learn from the mistakes of the current generation, and this will cause them to continue to lead an unhealthy lifestyle. The second effect is that the American population will continue to have high rates of death and illness due to unhealthy lifestyle choices. This will cause America as a whole to be more dysfunctional and not true members of the world society. In summary, there is one solution that I have proposed today that deals with the problem of American population being unhealthy. As previously stated, in the solution to the problem is that it is exercising and eating healthy, natural foods. All of the reasons and points that I have made here today may seem out of reach or far out there for many of you to understand. However, I strongly believe that if the American population decides to make this change, the unhealthy lifestyles that have been tolerated by Americans will cease to exist. Today, when you leave this room, go out with a newfound knowledge of the problem of unhealthy living by the American population and do something to start a change. After all, making healthy choices may seem insignificant to many of you, but you never know what making those choices will do to inspire someone else to start doing. It all begins with you.